welcome back. This is the Good Morning Call City right here on 106.9 FM, Godfrey Okoye University Radio. And of course, we have in the studio this morning someone quite very special to us, and who is also special to what we are going to be experiencing this week. Actually, we have Mr. Victor Abaa, who is the lab manager for the Center for DNA Forensics and Criminal Investigation, CeDFoCI, Godfrey Okoye University. And of course, today we are going to start the conversation series on CeDFoCI. And of course, on Wednesday, 24th of June, we'll be witnessing the official commissioning of this game changer. And then we have Mr. Victor, who is going to help us make going to help us dissect what CeDFoCI is all about, and help the people of Enugu understand the greatness that has just birthed in the state. Sir Vic, you are welcome. I always like calling him Sir Vic. You're welcome, sir, to the studio.
Thank you.
All right, I'm just going to dive right in. You're very welcome, Sir Victor. I told you it's always a pleasure having you right here in the studio.
Yes, you have.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we'll just dive right in because of time. All right, please, can you walk us through the very idea and vision behind CeDFoCI?
Okay. A lot of what we do currently and the vision and what CeDFoCI is all about was bettered as a result of the pandemic. When the pandemic broke out, we saw a lot of gaps, a lot of needs, a lot of things came up, and just like everyone who experienced it, the lockdown in Nigeria particularly, we had a difficulty of testing capacity. While we have it, it isn't sufficient to cover every citizen in the country.
That's true.
And oftentimes you have samples traveling long distances between states to get to a place where that can be held. And so the conversation began with DNLC Nigeria, Godfrey Okoye University, and the Enugu State government to see how can we meet that gap for Enugu State. How can Enugu State not necessarily need to rely on sending samples out of the state, of which a turnaround time to get your results will take longer, and God forbid something terrible happens. So in order to meet that need, in order to help that, the conversation started. And so the vision to have a center of excellence for DNA, anything related to DNA testing, anything related to molecular biology began. And you can see 3 years from that has become a realization for Enugu State. The partners have invested, they've been committed, they stayed true to the conversation, and now we have a center that has the capacity to meet those particular needs that began the conversation.
That's right. And there you have it, guys. So the center was birthed when you guys recognize a need in society and try to, bring about solutions, right? And that's very beautiful to see now. Moving forward, now let's see how Enugu and Nigeria in extension can benefit from the new dawn, because for listeners out there, they might not really understand what the whole forensic, it's all big grammar, so how can we all understand, or how can we see the benefit of this particular center?
Okay, so our vision basically is to be a center of excellence for molecular testing, genomic testing, public health testing, and forensic testing, as well as paternity related testing. So we benefit from this in a number of ways. For example, if you want to travel out of the country, we have an international airport here. And if you want to travel out, for example, and you need any travel document, travel testing to prove these are kids, these are members of your family, you most times would have to send a sample to either Lagos or Abuja. Look at the distance. And that takes a toll, that increases the cost, that increases logistics, that increases even the risk of results failing, and all kinds of challenges coming up. One of the benefits is for people in the southeast, in Enugu State, you don't have to go that far anymore. You can have all of that done. We have even pickup options where right from your home, you can get your samples can be picked up right from your home, tested, and you get the results down straight directly into your email. Now, that's one aspect. Then we can talk about public health, for example. When we talk about genomic testing for disease surveillance and all the rest, we have that option now in Enugu State to support the already existing structure which sometimes may not be sufficient enough. People who are into research do not have the labs that could help them conduct that, because we are an integrated facility. We integrate training and research. So we're not just doing this on that front. So you have medical professionals, you have public health professionals, you have people who are trying to do research, have access to facilities that helps them to do research and innovate solutions to diseases and all of that. Then you come to the fact of ancestry. Let's talk about things like accidents, fires, and all the rest. If you lose a member in mass accidents, you can have identification. You can do ancestry tracing to know if you're related to somebody or not. You can do all of that at that center. Then we talk about molecular testing on a big scale as well. Then forensics, let's not forget about that, because we've established a HID workflow lab, a human identification workflow lab, which allows us to identify from paternity testing all the way to anything you think we need to identify individuals.
Wow, that's really neat. You know, when you said something about forensics, honestly, in Nigeria, we've not really experienced, from what I've seen, forensic is not something that we've actually based over the years. And I remember that I actually got this knowledge from movies that you could actually find imprints of people's DNA from a crime scene, right?
Yeah, DNA fingerprinting.
It's also new to Nigerians, so people like, you can actually find out a criminal from, so I think it's a very good one for Enugu and Nigerian extension. Now, moving forward, what do you think will be the game changer in this our time, like right now? What is the game changer for us right here in Enugu, and especially in this time?
So it's like you can pick and choose. Every aspect is a game changer. For example, disease diagnosis can be pushed down up to grassroots level, for example. And this is something that we are grateful to the Enugu State government through the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Peter Abaa, who foresaw this and felt that there was a need to address that. Now, for example, if there's an outbreak in our local communities, now before someone at the higher level or far up where they have the facilities or the capabilities to address such issues, there might be a spread. But this visionary step allows us to domicile within Enugu State and have easy access to our local communities, to provide solutions, to provide trainings for healthcare workers, to provide safety protocols for people in the field, to provide address breakout of diseases, samples, how to transport them, how to move them, how to ensure that solutions are at our doorstep quicker than it would have been in the past. That is a huge difference. Then we do know very well that the Enugu State government, again through His Excellency, he made mention when he took office about addressing security challenges within the state as one of the major steps forwards to growing the state's economic and financial status. And addressing that, of course, you know that he developed a command center that is located in State House. Now, when you look at all these things, giving access or empowering us to be able to form a forensics unit that could support in any way possible to the state to achieve that particular goal of making the state safe, of improving its economic fortunes, its finances, and then giving people confidence to invest in the state, knowing that there is safety and avenues to ensure that happens. So these are huge, big game changers for people.
This is beautiful, and I think it is a welcome development. I'm just going to ask one more question. You've already taken it before, but for the sake of our listeners, they might have, some of the words here are quite boring, and it's not really everyday words. So what are the services this center, what will they be offering to the general public? So to this people here.
Okay, so like I said, our facility is an integrated facility. That means we're not just offering only services in terms of testing capacity. That's there. We have multiple labs that are even still coming in, upcoming new departments that are still springing up. We have even down to, like, for example, we have our media development wing, which is bringing up the SciComm training that's coming up later on this year. And thanks to Mr. Chikeze for heading that for us. And we are seeing how can people communicate science. So, for example, we train people in science as well. We're open to doing research. Right, we have people from currently right now through DNA LC Learning Center, which is the mother body for CeDFoCI. We have people from the University of Port Harcourt who are carrying out research with us. We have people who are constantly reaching out to us from different states, trying to see how they can carry out different kinds of research. So research in forensics, research in public health, research in the medical field as well. People are reaching out. So we offer those kind of services. We offer training services to train people. So we're open to partnership with security agencies to train them in forensics as well. How do you protect a crime scene? How do you collect samples from a crime scene? How do you track, based on biological information? And if possible, even extend to the fact of helping to develop more labs across the country, because we're not trying to monopolize it. We're trying to see how Nigeria as a whole can step forward into the future of using science and technology, AI included, to solving her problems, because the world is leaving us behind. We're playing catch up. And so all the services, including the testing services from DNA paternity testing, ancestry search, inquiry, testing for travel, and then all other wings are being all encompassed in the capacity that we are trying to give to the public.
This is beautiful. I think this is a good one. It is a welcome development here in Enugu and in Nigeria.
Yes, of course. It's not possible if not with the help of the three major partners we have. And DNLC Nigeria, which has been in existence for quite a while, training students across the southeast and other parts of Nigeria. Godfrey Okoye University, which gives us the platform to express all of this. Allow us to domicile within the university, partnering day and night with support, giving us manpower, giving us even students to help us train and to really show what we are made of. And then of course the Enugu State government through His Excellency Victor Abaa. So the three leaders, Professor George Ude, the director of the facility, Professor Christian Anyeke, the Vice Chancellor of Godfrey Okoye, and His Excellency Dr. Victor Abaa have come together to ensure that this dream is now a reality.
All right, before we wrap it up this morning, I want to ask you this last question, Mr. Victor, and what are we going to be expecting on the 24th?
Oh, on the 24th is going to be massive. We have representative from all pillars of all these wings I've talked about. The governor is hosting and welcoming and invited all and sundry to be present. We are expecting people from the office of or even the IG himself, that is to beef up the part of forensics. We have expectations from all walks of field, people who are pioneering education, people who are pioneering health, people who are pioneering public health, the leaders of all those sectors. And it's going to be massive. We're going to have people from all the universities who have been invited across the southeast to be present, who also want to be partakers of this innovative venture.
All right, of course, on the 24th of June, we are going to officially open and commission the Center for DNA Forensics and Criminal Investigations, CeDFoCI, right? Out there at Godfrey Okoye University main campus, Oguamoneke, and of course we're inviting the general public to come witness it. And if you can come, of course we're going to be live streaming it so you can watch from any part of the world. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor Abaa, who is the lab manager of CeDFoCI, for making our time. For making our time to come this morning. You know how inconvenient it can be.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, of course we are going to be having more and more people coming around to speak to us about the greatness that is going to be unveiled on 24th. Thank you once again, Victor.
Thank you.
All right, this is where we're going to be wrapping up Good Morning Core City this morning, and certainly it's a very wonderful time with you. And of course, Esther told us how we're supposed to feel today. Esther?
Yes, please go out there. First off, I'd like to speak about what just earlier discussed with Mr. Victor. This is going to change the whole trajectory of criminal investigation, and I think the general public should remember that. So you might not be there for the commissioning, but you should just know that when it comes to paternity testing, when it comes to criminal investigations, trainings, whatever you need when it's relating to forensics and DNA, just come to the center, okay? And this is what we're wrapping up this morning. Thank you so much for sticking out with us. Thank you for your time. And yeah, we'll be seeing you same time, same station. But tomorrow, I think we'll be having another special conversation yet on this. So don't go anywhere. We're still right here on Going Radio. We're giving you good tunes, good music, and of course, conversations. And from INTK, we're wishing you have a productive day. Go out there and crush it. All right. Bye, guys.